Hi friends, welcome to computer classes lesson 3. In the previous classes, we have already learned what is computer, what is meant by hardware and software, and what the working of the computer. We are going to learn more in this lesson. Okay. In this class, we are going to learn the minimum knowledge one must have related to computers. That is, what is meant by storing capacity, what is memory power, and what is speed. Let us start with storing capacity. Storing capacity of a computer. We have already learned what is software. Without software, computer cannot work, etc. So, some kind of storing devices are connected to the computer to store software, data, inputs, and outputs. All information are stored in RAM, that is random access memory or temporary. Once the power is off, all information in the RAM will lost. So it is mandatory to keep the information somewhere to process in future. Let us see different types of storage devices presently available in the market and connect to the computer. Storage devices: hard disk drive, compact disk drive or DVD, pen drive or memory stick, SD card or secure digital card, solid state drive, cloud storage, etc. Hard disk drive. Hard disk is permanently fixed inside the computer. Removable hard disks are exceptional case. Hard disk is working on magnetism principle, so it not dependent on electric power. Hard disk, also known as non-volatile memory. It consists of a row of plates called disks fitted in a spindle and able to rotate at high speed. A read-write head similar to old cassette players fitted between two discs and are able to move in an arc path. This head read or write data on both sides above and below of the disk, except the top and bottom disk. Data can be recorded on both sides of the disk. Each disk are divided into different tracks similar to solar system. The area of the disk is also divided into different sectors. The data is not recorded continuously in a disk or track. The data is recorded in the first available free sector in any of the disks. An index is kept in the root track, usually called zero track. The index includes name of the file or folder followed by an address. Using this information, hard disk will retain the data from the file or folder. Each data piece recorded in the sector will be appended the address of the next location of the data bit. When the recording is over, no address is appended to the last data bit. The read-write speed is higher than any other storage devices. Click the link to know more about hard disk. Second, compact disk or CD. Since HDD is permanently fixed inside the computer, it is difficult to exchange data from one system to another system. So compact disks are coming in the picture of this purpose. Comparing to HDD, the storing capacity is less, 700 MB or 4 GB. But CD is easily to handle. Compact disks are working on laser technology. Laser beams are used to read or write. The structure and working principle is same as hard disk. Usually a CD or DVD can be used to record only, not able to erase or write data again. Anyhow, rewritable special disks are also available. Writing in CD is called as burning the disk. To know more, visit the following link. Pen drive or USB stick. Pen drives or USB sticks are used to transfer files from one system to another or between any other digital devices. This is very convenient to carry in pocket or wallets, having vast storing capacity. Information are stored in electronic chips. So USB stick is convenient than compact disk and comparatively low risk of damage than CD. Also, data transfer rate is higher than compact disk. Can be used in multiple times. Normally, compact disks are burned, cannot be used again for storing another information. SD card or secured digital card. SD card replaces USB sticks by reducing the weight and size of the devices. The principle of working is almost same the USB sticks. The card can store huge volume of data. SD cards have less risk of damage comparing to USB and less weight. SD cards of variable capacities are available in the market, widely used in digital camera or video devices. Solid state drive or SSD. We have learned about hard disk drive. Since it contains a motor and an array of disks, the size of the instrument is increased. Since the disk rotates at very high speed, the possible damage is very high in the long run. Also, it consumes more power to operate the motor. Solid state drive overcomes these limitations and can be used like SS card. SSD is replaced HDDs. The new age external drives, laptops, computers are coming with SS drives instead of HDD. Like USB and SS cards, the data is recorded in electronic chips. Risk of damage is very less comparing to HDD. Benefits: less power, less space, low weight, etc. Cloud storage. Cloud storage is new idea to store huge data without investing more the hardware, room and maintenance. The storing devices explained above have limitations for storing huge volume of data. Example, population data of a nation and or national election data, etc. For this purpose, we can hire online storage spaces. The capacity of the storage space can be increased as and when required. Thus saves investment and maintenance of the hardware and office space, etc. Google, Microsoft, Amazon are providing cloud storage spaces. Indirectly, we are enjoying these facilities when we use a smartphone. Google Photos, Google Forms, Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, these are examples of cloud storage. Memory power or ROM and RAM, random access memory or RAM. We have learned about storage devices. Now let us learn about computer memory. In lesson 2, we learned the processor cannot accept anything directly from storage devices. It can accept anything only from computer memory. Computer memory is an array of chips fitted into a PCB. These PCBs are connected to the computer. There is limit for the capacity of memory than a CPU can handle. Various processors have different capacities to handle memory. Data or information are loaded to this memory for processing from any of the storage devices we discussed earlier. Processor send the result or outcome to this memory, from where the data is stored in the storage devices. Once the power is off or failed, the contents in this memory are lost. So this memory is called as volatile memory. The processor can access any information stored in this memory in any order, not depend on the order of the data loaded. So this memory is also called as RAM or random access memory. Since the processor interacts with only RAM, it is also known as primary memory, and the storage devices are called secondary memory. Read-only memory or ROM. In the last slide, we learned about RAM and its working. There is one more memory in the computer called ROM or read-only memory. As the name indication, the processor can only read the contents in this memory. It cannot alter the content which are stored by the manufacturer. It describes details of the computer hardware, necessary settings for the working of the system, etc. The manufacturer stored the required software to connect the different components to the processor and vice versa, called BIOS, Basic Input Output System. In an IC, that is integrated circuit, called EEPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory, and already fixed in the system. This information can neither remove or alter by the operator. While switch on the system, BIOS will check all hardware components attached to the system. The process is called power on self-test or post. If everything is functioning normally, a single beep sound is produced, or beep sound with various frequencies are produced. From the beep sound, a hardware engineer can detect which component is malfunctioning. Only after passing the post, the BIOS seek for OS or operating system from any storage devices attached to the system. Refer lesson 2, hardware and software, to know what is operating system. Speed of a computer. Speed of a computer is the least time required by the processor to execute an instruction. The computer speed is measured in megahertz. The price of computer vary on the speed of the processor. Nowadays, the speed is measured in gigahertz. That is 1 gigahertz equal to 1000 megahertz. More information related to computer are available in our next post. Contact Binny Kavil Abacus online IT classes at gmail.com or call 9745397722 or visit www.abacusshopping.biz. Your responses are stepping stones towards our success. So don't forget to comment. Send your queries or doubts via WhatsApp. Subscribe and share our channel. If you are satisfied, share and tell others. If not, tell us. Thank you for your cooperation. Visit again. Once again, thanks.